Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey, welcome back to Daily Dose Radio. This is your home for organic Bible study, nighttime Bible study in this case, because we're looking at Psalm 134, and we're still in verse 1. We're going to read that last piece there in verse 1 today and see about this thing about the nighttime. Why is that mentioned, and how has that been used by the church? So let me just read to you from my translation the last bit. We'll call it verse 1b. Those who stand in the house of the Lord by night. Okay, so who is he talking about? Remember, the voice here, I am translating this, or I am commentating on this. The voice is the traveler. The traveler is the one that says, "Behold, bless the Lord, all the servants of the Lord, those who stand in the house of the Lord by night." So this is the traveler. Perhaps the train, the traveling group of folks who have arrived, have come at night. Perhaps for the 3 feast times when the men were to return to Zion, to Jerusalem, to wherever the altar was, perhaps they had services at night to accommodate all those people returning. So it was not only during the day, but also at night. And so when they got there, whatever time it was, especially if it was in the evening, this psalm would have been particularly applicable for those who are being received by the service of the temple in the evening or in the nighttime. So the traveler's voice is heard here, and he's talking about those standing in the temple. That's the priest. Those Levites and priests who are doing the work of the Lord in the temple. And, of course, you know the blessing of standing is a good one. The Lord told to Moses, he said, "Stand right here beside me while I pass by." Those who stand are those who are trusting. Those who are standing are those who are depending upon the Lord. They're standing on something solid. But you know what it says in the Bible about the wicked? It says that they go wandering all the time. Their feet never stand still, but they're always looking for something else. And so those who are standing in the house of the Lord are the faithful, the priests, the Levites, the ones who are doing the service of ministry there in the temple, there at the tabernacle, wherever that was. So the worshiper comes, he announces, "Behold, bless the Lord." So the worshiper comes, the traveler, and he's just getting there, and the very first thing he says is, "Behold, bless the Lord. I'm here, bless the Lord, all those who stand in the house of the Lord by night." Now, the Christian church has used this in various ways. It comes over as a part of the prayer time of compline daily in the Gregorian, monastic, and Ambrosian traditions, and on Sundays in the Parisian and the Lyons traditions, and then the Quignon is on Wednesday, that's the compline, and the Eastern Church uses it at nocturnes and compline. So during the night and as we go to bed, the monks and the priests are saying this prayer. They're praying it as a prayer. They're reciting this psalm in the evening because they're standing and they're praying in the house of the Lord. So this has been used by the church in various ways down through the years. Of course, the blessing is the important part here. It's the thing that's being said. But the nighttime thing is that's the unique part of this. Let me read you what Mason Neal has to say about it. He says, "Bless him now in this present life without delay. Bless him by night, in all the night of this mortal life, and especially in all time of darkness and sorrow." Isn't that good? Ooh, I just want him to continue to preach, don't you? Bless him now, he says, in this present life without delay. Bless him by night, even when it's darkest, even when it's most sorrowful. This mortal life contains plenty of darkness. We don't need to add anything else to it. But while we're there, it's time to bless the Lord. Join me tomorrow. We're going to look at verse 2 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.